A Memphis teenager asked a stranger at the grocery store to buy him and his mother some food in exchange for carrying the man's groceries to his car, and what happened next will tug at your heartstrings. The story begins with a 30-year-old musician. The musician's name is Matt White. Matt White was going about his business one night at a Kroger grocery store when something happened that would change his life entirely. The 30-year-old music business graduate was going aisle by aisle, picking up the usual goods for his home. It was a totally ordinary trip to the store after he paid for his groceries and began to exit the store. But suddenly a boy came in front of him. The boy's name was Chauncy Jones Black. He was only 16 years old. Chauncy Jones Black was visibly hungry. He looked ashamed, hungry, and broken. The teen asked Matt if he could work for him. He would do literally anything for a bite to eat, no matter how small the task. The teen offered to carry Matt's groceries to the car in exchange for a pack of glazed donuts. So, Matt immediately said that he would get him some donuts. At the same time, Matt found his approach inspiring. So he asked the teen about his personal life in hopes of learning more. It turned out that this boy, Chauncy Jones Black, was living in extreme poverty. He and his mother live in his house. His mother is very ill. This boy goes around every day in search of food. After Chauncy Jones Black picked out a pack of donuts, Matt thought it was wrong to send the boy away with just a donut. He also realized that this boy wanted to do a lot in life. But due to lack of resources, it is very compelling. As the two continued to chat, donuts in hand, Chauncy Jones Black quickly realized they weren't walking toward the cash register. Matt White was leading them through different aisles, initiating what seemed to be a full-blown shopping spree. Chauncy couldn't believe his eyes as the man who had agreed to buy him only donuts began reaching into shelves for more. Matt began loading the cart with common household goods. Everything from cereal and pasta to fruit, milk, shampoo, etc. Chauncy was looking at Matt in surprise. There were tears in his eyes. After Matt White paid for Chauncy Jones Black's groceries, the teen thanked him. Matt told to Chauncy, "Sit in the car with me. I'll leave you at home." When he reached the boy's house, he was shocked. The Chauncy household was totally barren. Chauncy and his mother didn't have proper beds. They were sleeping on pads made out of sleeping bags. They had 2 lamps and nothing in their fridge. Nothing. The boy's mother was very ill. She hugged Matt. She was very happy. Now some of their days will pass comfortably. Matt was thinking what he could do to make their life a little easier. Matt wasn't wealthy or able to donate enough money to the Chauncy family to really make an impact. These days, though, there are other tools available to handle such situations. You guessed it, social media is key. So Matt returned home. He was still wondering what he could do to make their lives easier. Matt decided to take help of social media here. Matt wrote the full story of Chauncy and his mother on his Facebook page. Matt White was hopeful his Facebook post would catch the internet's attention. He eventually even attached a GoFundMe link so people could donate to Chauncy Black's cause. As Matt White's Facebook post picked up traffic, so did the GoFundMe account. But what exactly did he hope to accomplish for Chauncy Black with the money he was raising? Did he have some kind of plan for helping Chauncy spend the cash as effectively as possible? Well, Matt did have a goal in mind. His plan was to raise enough cash to buy Chauncy Black a lawnmower so he could at least earn some summer cash. As Matt White's Facebook post picked up more and more traffic, the GoFundMe page to which it linked eventually went viral. In addition to donations, total strangers started flooding Matt with offers of jobs, food, clothing, and even dental care. At the time, Matt's Facebook post was shared 14,000 times. Shares on Facebook is one thing, but what about the GoFundMe account? How much did it raise? Well, it turns out more than $340,000. The money was for his new home, Chauncy's education, and his mother's treatment. Matt couldn't believe that her small effort changed the life of this family. Even the media started covering this story. Chauncy became a celebrity in his hometown. People began pointing him out in the street as if he were some Hollywood star. This guy goes to college today. Now Chauncy and his mom have a home of their own. The teen's goal was to become a wealthy business owner so that he could help other people in his neighborhood and even buy them groceries, like Matt. To them, Matt has become like a family member. They often meet each other. Chauncy didn't know was that his life would change in just 7 days. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future content.